Hi there, this is Erin from Volunteer Houston. At VH Volunteer Houston, we promote volunteerism in 13 counties of the Texas Gulf Coast region by connecting over 800 local nonprofits to more than 143,000 local volunteers, primarily through our web portal at www.volunteerhou.org. We're going to introduce you to the Volunteer Houston portal today, where you can browse for thousands of different volunteer opportunities to help your community. This is a great way to find fun things to do for your school volunteer hours or even with your family and friends. You must be 13 years or older to create your own Volunteer Houston portal account. If you are younger than 13, please have your parents assist you. So, let's get started by going to the portal. You can see it on the screen here. The web address is volunteerhou.org. You can log in if you already have an account here, or register if you don't have one already. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. So, for tracking hours, once you're signed in, you're taken to your dashboard. Here's where you can see your hours logged. From here, clicking on these hours, you can upload and track your hours. You can track hours that you volunteered outside of the portal in addition to in the portal. You can click this button here that says Add Hours. And if it's in response to something you've seen on the portal, you'll want to say yes, and you'll select one of the needs that you've responded to. If it's an individual hour that you did not find in the Volunteer Houston portal, you can click No. You'll want to input this information such as the day you worked, the number of hours you did. If you're part of a user group, you would want to put the user group. You'll want to make sure that you put the location that you volunteered. If you have a question, you can hover over these orange question marks and it'll give you more information. So for instance, the volunteer location, the location or the organization that you volunteered with. Who can verify these hours? You want this to be the name of someone from the organization, like the volunteer coordinator, manager, or someone like that who can verify that you have worked these hours. And what email address can be used to verify these hours? You'll want to make sure that this is the email address of this individual and that it's not you or one of your friends or family. So in this case, I'll put this. Description. As you can see, this field is required. Anything that has this little red asterisk means that it is required. So I would want to provide a description of the volunteer activity that I've completed. So I will say volunteered to sort donations, if that is what my volunteer activity was. And then to submit, I would simply click Submit Hour Entry. Just so you know, you can export a resume of these hours. So to do that, you want to go over here to View Profile, scroll down to below either your image or your initials, and you'll see a volunteer resume. You can put the date range that you would like in here. I'm going to start with August of 2021 and go to August of 2022. You can go longer if you would like, and click Go. So this exports a PDF of these hours that you've completed that you can share with school sponsors, teachers, on job and scholarship applications or LinkedIn. It's called a volunteer resume. So here's a little bit of what it looks like. It starts with an overview, total number of hours, your interest, etc. And you scroll down and you see the dates that you did your volunteering, the number of hours, the status. If it's got a green check mark, that means that your hours are approved. So, This is a really, really good way to keep track of your hours and show that amount of volunteerism that you've put in. Looking for volunteer opportunities is another really great feature in the Volunteer Houston portal. So, to look for volunteer opportunities, I will want to look at the needs that have been posted by organizations. So I can go over here to the left side of the screen and click Needs. This will show you thousands of volunteer opportunities, and you can pick from them to find something that you would like to do. So there's some types of volunteerings already sorted by interest in the left sidebar. You can see there's refugee support, food insecurity, family-friendly opportunities, environmental, virtual remote, and donation drives. So if you want to do that, you can just click on one of those and get quick access to those. Or you can look over here and you can filter. You can filter by age to find something that's open to the age of your youngest volunteer who will be with you, available slots if you're looking for a group opportunity, if something is family friendly, distance if you want something in your zip code, or interest if you're looking for something very specific. So if, for instance, I'm looking for maybe something arts and culture related, I'm going to click arts and culture. Once I've selected the interest, I want to click the search button. And this shows me the volunteer opportunities that are related to that interest. So I can click on this, and I see the number of volunteer spots that are remaining, the date, the time, any additional details, and to respond, I would simply click this, and I would get signed up for this volunteer opportunity. I can put in my emergency contact name and cell phone, click Submit Need Response once I've said I've read and agreed to the volunteer waiver, and then I would be signed up for this opportunity. You can also use the filtering for needs to search for stuff with a specific keyword. I'm going to look up maybe tutor to see what comes up if I'm interested in being a tutor as a volunteer. So I see a few different volunteer opportunities have come up for that. So you can always search by keyword in addition to filtering by different interests. So another thing that might be good for y'all to know about, if you're going to interested in looking at a specific organization, you'll want to look at the agencies. So you can click over here. Agencies are what we call organizations in the Volunteer Houston portal. So if you know about a specific agency you'd like to volunteer at, you can find their information here. You can search and you can filter. You can just click on their agency page and you can see a bit about who they are, what they do. If they've uploaded pictures, you can see pictures of the volunteering. And over here is the really important part, the contact. If you ever have a question about a volunteer opportunity, you can click on the agency page and you'll find a phone number and an email address so you know who you can contact if you have questions. Events. Finally, there's an events sidebar on the left. This will show you a list of free community events that are open to the public that you, your family, and your friends can attend. So for Q&A, I also want y'all to know that you can check out our video tutorial library online at volunteerhouston.org/tutorials. And I'm going to pull that up on the screen really quickly. This will take you to our main website, and you can see this video tutorial library full of videos that are for volunteers. And you just click the little plus, and it gives you a drop down of the different videos that we have on this page. If you have any further questions that aren't addressed here, please don't hesitate to email us at info@volunteerhouston.org. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and see you next time.